Hey there guys, Ben here from Corner Flag Games and welcome back to episode number 38 of the Hibernian Road to Glory career mode. So guys, there will be 4 games in today's episode. 2 will be simulated and 2 will be played. So we'll first jump across into the calendar, see what games we have on offer in today's episode. So the first game will be a play game against Monaco at home in the return leg of the Europa League group stages. The next one, we have a game against St Johnstone, which will probably be a simulated game. The next one will come against Motherwell in the league away. That one will be simulated. 4th and final game, but I think there might be Europa League fixtures coming in later on, possibly. But for now, we'll call the 4th game against Rangers at home. And that one will be played. So guys, without further ado, let's get all this team set up and get ready to go into the first game against Monaco. Alrighty guys, so the teams have been picked for this game against Monaco. So guys, without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so here it is on a very, very snowy day. Is Hibernian facing off against Monaco at Easter Road. Here is the Hibernian lineup with one change of Daniel Margush in goal, a back 4 of Murillo, Mercado, Flavio and Keita. Shepard and Canuse hold up the defensive midfield with Petrados, Blessing and Malin. Florian Kimberry up front as the striker. Here is the Monaco lineup. It will be Subasic in goal, a back 4 of Gaspar Mustafi, Romagnoli and Jorge. Aloiu and Pale will be defensive midfielders with Ward-Prowse, Chadley and Boshilia up front. And Yannick Paulsen will be their striker. It will be the lads of Easter Road to get things going in this second leg. So it looks like AS Monaco have made themselves a signing. They've got themselves Shkodran Mustafi from Arsenal. I'm pretty sure he made the defensive error in our last game against them, which caused us to score a goal. But it's just a matter of holding things off for the next 90 minutes to get the win. He's on duty in the attacking midfield spot today due to Talisca being a bit tired. Can we flick that one in over the top to Dimi Petrados? It's a little bit leggy. He's going to come away with it. Flicks it back over himself. He's going to get the cross in unmarked. Oh, that one looked like it was going to Malin. As Dimi picks up the second ball. Canuse from range. Oh, and it takes a deflection and hits the post. And they try and play it out from the back. Romagnoli manages to smack it out, but Keita manages to keep it back in for us. We hand possession back over to Monaco. Canuse gets a man in. Very short. It is Stevie Malin. That one comes straight through to Shepard. And he's hit the back of the net, ladies and gentlemen. Some great play to unlock the defense. None of the defenders were going to come out and step up to the challenge. But it is the Ukrainian in Vladimir Shepard with a long bomb. Here it is on the replay. There's that 1-2 pass. Turns his man. Finds a bit of space between the defense and the defensive midfield to run in and find a bit of room. He just smashes it. It is a defensive midfield long bomb. We do love them here at Hibernian. And that one hits the back of the net. The goal does come to Vladimir Shepard. It is now his second goal in the Europa League. And it will be Monaco to get things up and travelling again. It's taken them 24 minutes to concede this time. Struggled to break through them last time. As I say that, Stevie Malin in the overlapping run through to Dimi Petrados. He just puts it a little bit too far forward. And Jorge will put that one out into touch. Free kick now, 30 minutes played. It will be Dimi Petrados to take it. And we're just going to go to this man on the outside of the box. And it is Vladimir Shepard. And he winds up and takes the strike. And it's narrow margins wide. Keeper did get across to it, young Subasic. And here it is on the replay. Gets through a sea of bodies and legs. Looks like it might have taken a deflection on the way through. Shepard will get that one all the way out to Dimi Petrados. On the inside, looking for a bit of space. Can we fly Florian Kimberry? He does. He gets a touch on it. That's a strike. And it is an unstoppable one in the end. The central defenders of Monaco just splitting apart like the Red Sea. And there was no chance once he ran onto that ball. And he actually did run onto that one pretty perfectly. We peg another one in stoppage time of the first half. Here it is on the replay. Waiting for it. There's a massive gap. That other central defender worried about Blessing running off that left side, so man marking him. We sneak one in for behind Kimberry. And the goal does come to Florian Kimberry, the captain. And that's 4 goals now in the Europa League. And as we kick off for what remains of this first half. And that's it, ladies and gents. So, it's been a really, really interesting showing Monaco have sort of changed up their style from the last game that we played. They were pressing very hard and made it difficult for us in the first half. We've managed to run all over them in this first half. And as the boys go into the sheds at half-time, it is Hibernian 2, Monaco 0. And here are the match facts, guys, after our first 45 minutes for you to peruse. So for us, it is a 2 goals, 6 shots, 4 on target with a shooting accuracy of 66%. To Monaco's 0 goals, 3 shots, 2 on target with a shooting accuracy of 66%. Both of us sitting with a 66% shooting accuracy and an 88% passing accuracy to either side, but we hold the bulk of the possession, 58%, to Monaco's 42%. So guys, without further ado, we're going to jump straight into this second half. And it will be Monaco to kick things off. The score not looking very good for them. 6-1 on aggregate. We come into this game relatively firing, which is good. I see Dimitri Petrados trying to make a run out there. Very much wide. Cuts on the inside. Gets the cross in. Is there anybody there? No. They managed to get it all the way out. Canuse dancing around a couple of feet. Tries to get in a tackle. Wins it back. Can Mellon pick that one off? Canuse on the edge of the box. What's he got? All the way through. Stevie Mellon back through to him once more. There's the strike. It's blocked. It's all-out football by the boys of Hibernian. They just can't put it in the back of the net now. Getting a bit cheeky with our play. Ricardo gives that one back to Daniel Margouche. And he nearly made the same mistake 2 games running. A massive heavy touch by him, Daniel Margouche. And Pele gets a shot off on it. And it does manage to go wide this time. Put that one straight through. We do. Mellon gets one out to Jimmy Petrados out wide. How decent is the cross? It's a decent one. We get the header and we hit the post. For a second time in this game, we've smashed up against the upright. The 87th minute. Check Kate up with the throw in. All the way through to Martin Boyle making a return. There's the header. And it's Florian Kemberry who's looped it over the top of Subasic in the 87th minute. That's a fantastic header. A rather easy one. I expected the defender to do a bit more. So here it is, the replay from the throw in. Straight to Martin Boyle on the turn. And just the right side of the keeper to do the damage. The goal does come to Florian Kemberry in the 88th minute. And Monaco will kick us off for what remains of the second half. There's not a lot of time left in this tie. We are going to go down to the wire and go down fighting in the end. So we are in the extra time portion now. Put the ball back now. Daniel Margouche. He's touched a bit better there. Going to play around with it at the back, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We managed to knock off Monaco with a decent scoreline in this game, but overall it was the aggregate that absolutely smashed it. Defensively doing quite well, considering as well that our first team keeper is out injured still. That man there who bags himself a brace, it's Florian Kemberry, the captain. At the end of 90 minutes, it is Hibernian 3, Monaco 0. Okay, guys, so here are the match facts after our 90 minutes in this second leg tie against Monaco. So for us, it is 3 goals, 9 shots, 5 on target with a shooting accuracy of 55% to Monaco's 0 goals, 4 shots, 2 on target with a shooting accuracy of 50%. We did manage to keep our passing accuracy very high, with Monaco dropping off a little bit with 88% to us, 87% to them, and we did only lose 1% of possession in that entire second half, so it moves to 57% to us, 43% to Monaco. Alrighty guys, so moving into today's second game, which is an away game against St Johnston in the league. We'll be running the backup brigade in this fixture. Rangers are very hot on our heels in the table, so we're just going to simulate straight through this one, and it is a comfortable 2-0 win. Okay guys, moving into today's third game, which is an away game against Motherwell. But before we do that, we are going to jump across back into the calendar, because there have been some developments in a couple of games between this one and the Rangers game. So we have been drawn for our next opponents in the round of 16 of the Europa League, and we've been drawn up against the French outfit that is Olympique Marseille, and that game is coming in this episode, well, the first one anyway, against them. And we've also been drawn out another fixture before that Rangers game, and that is a Scottish Cup quarter-final against our rivals Hearts. So that will come in the next episode as well. So we're just going to finish off with today's game against Motherwell and the first round of 16 tie against Marseille in the Europa League, and then we'll call this episode a day. Okay, so moving back to our current fixture in that away game against Motherwell in the league, we are going to be running out the backup brigade in this fixture against Motherwell. Motherwell doing pretty well in this at the moment. They've got Alex Sisak in goal, the young Australian keeper, and we'll simulate straight through, and it is a 1-1 draw against Motherwell. Alrighty guys, so moving into today's fourth and final game, we are away in this first leg of the round of 16 Europa League against Olympique Marseille. So guys, without further ado, we're going to get straight into this game. Okay lads, so here we are away in France in the round of 16, and it is Marseille hosting us, the boys of Hibernian. So here is the Marseille lineup. It is Steve Mandanda in goal, a back four of Didiome, Khaled Carr, David Luiz, and Martin Strootman, and Luis Gustavo will hold up the defensive midfield with Visca, Pereiro, and Payet. The higher midfield, and Enrique up front as the striker. And here is our Hibernian lineup. It will be Daniel Margouche in goal, a back four of Murillo, Mercado, Flavio, and Keita, two holding midfielders, and Shepard and Canuse. In the higher midfield, we've got Dimi Petrados, Latif Blessing, and Anderson Talisca making his return. Florian Kimberry will be the striker. And it will be the French lads, Marseille, to get things kicked off in this game. Looking to get a couple of goals in early in this fixture and try and put it to bed as early as possible. That is the plan. Whether everything goes to plan or not is a completely different story. Talisca, getting over his own feet a bit there. Shepard knocks one straight through to Anderson Talisca. He's got a bit of space now to work with as he dances round one. Gets one off in range, and like I said, getting him off early. 4.5 minutes it's taken the Brazilian attacking midfielder to do the job. Some very fancy play and some very flimsy backline work there by Marseille. We've pegged one in. Ladies and gents, here it is on the replay. The man doing it himself manages to bring a defender forward to find a bit of space. He overcommits early. That he's done absolutely fantastically well to get that perfectly timed shot off after the knock. And there it is, springing into the back of the net. The goal does come to Anderson Talisca. It is now 7 goals in the Europa League. And before the Hibernian fans had a chance to sit down with their drinks for the start of this game, is that man, Anderson Talisca, who's already dumped in a goal to give us the advantage so far in this fixture. Heinrich does the exact same thing Kimberry did. Hey, and there it is. They get the shot off. Daniel Margouche manages to get low and get down to it and palm it round for a corner. So here it is. It is Kevin Strootman who manages to get the shot away. Our defenders did the exact same thing the Marseille defenders did, except we didn't concede this time. He's just going to keep running with it. We get that one down the line to Dimi Petrados. I don't really want to take Anderson Talisca out of this game just yet. Pull it back. Get there. Oh, and it's hit a mess of bodies on the way through. That could have almost been a goal. Latif Blessing, what can he do to open up a bit of space? Has a go from range, and it's not far off either. Mandanda a bit slow to get down to it. Here it is on the replay. Just drags a little bit too far across his body, and that one is inches wide. We hand it straight over to Murillo. Dimitri Payet now. There's the cross. It's a decent one. Oh, and Margouche has made an absolute bloody hash of it. Of course we can't. Of course, AI, you're going to do this to us. So, completely dominant in this 28 minutes. Now Marseille have got themselves an easy one back. I knew the minute that cross come in, there's no way we were going to defend it. And Margouche has made an absolute hash of it, putting it in the back of his own net off his own hand. And that goal does come to Sergi Heinrich. The second goal now for Marseille in the Europa League. Here we are. After scoring after 5 minutes, it's only taken them another 20 to get one on the board. We've been the much better team in this fixture as well. Just EA doing its thing for once. Murillo will take the throw-in. Can we get it on down the line? We do. He's managed to get round him. Murillo goes on in. Nobody there though. Canuse tries to go wide. Back into Canuse. Here's the ball again, and it's taking a bounce on the way through. And it is another defensive midfielder in this episode who's come up with a clutch goal. And it is Russell Canuse, ladies and gentlemen. Right before the halftime break, we've managed to get the go-ahead goal. So here it is on the replay as it comes out. And we just 1-2s it, gets round his man, and there it is. It's a fantastic strike by the American defensive midfielder. He completely gets past the defense, dragging it right across his body. Mandanda, I feel, was a bit blindsided there by David Luiz, but it's in the back of the net. The goal does come to Russell Canuse, and it is his first goal in the Europa League. And with a couple of minutes left in the first half of this fixture, it's been a very entertaining one. We've gotten the goal to go ahead. And this is what we want. A dominant performance. Have shipped ourselves a goal. Oh no! And they've put it straight over. Sergi Heinrich manages to sky that one straight over. Here it is on the replay. He just sort of just levers it up a little bit too much with his toe. That one sails over. And that will do us, ladies and gentlemen, for this first 45 minutes. So, like I said, we came out with a very early goal in the 5th minute before everyone had sat down with their drinks and food. But they did manage to claw one back, and so did we again. So as we go into the sheds at halftime, it is Olympique Marseille 1, Hibernian 2. Okay, guys, so on screen right now are the match facts at the 45-minute break. So for Marseille, it is 1 goal, 6 shots, 3 on target with a shooting accuracy of 50%. To Hibernians, 2 goals, 8 shots, 5 on target with a shooting accuracy of 62%. We're doing quite bad in the passing accuracy with 75% to us and 89% to Marseille. And we are holding a little bit more of the possession with 53% to us, 47% to Marseille. So guys, without further ado, we're going to get straight back in to the second half. It will be us, the boys of Hibernian, kick things off for this second half. Talisca playing very well in this fixture. He's been the deciding factor for us. Even with that shot late on in the first half, he did manage to come away rather well with it. Petrados gets taken down, but we'll win ourselves a free kick. Into Murillo, 1-2ing straight through Shepelev to Liska, all the way through to Michael Murillo as we get men in the box. There it goes. Is it Dimi Petrados? Oh, he's hit the side netting. He's hit the wrong side, the young Australian. And here it is, 2 players in the way. Did well to get the shot off, to be brutally honest. Let's check Cater all day, winning those headers out wide. For the lads of Hibernian, they've flung one in through the back to Aviska. Check Cater will chase. They do manage to get the cross in, but Murillo gets over for it. And they've smacked the crossbar again. Heinrich, Magouche, you are starting to become a very, very, very bad goalkeeper. Oh, God. No, Shipalev. Oh, manages to give it back to Magouche. That was some disgusting play by me personally. Youngster getting his legs now in the Europa League. Hornshaw straight through. It's a little bit heavy for Blessing, but he's managed to come away with the possession in the end. He's going to flick that one straight through to Kiberi, who's going to have a bomb straight off the touch. I figured, why not, ladies and gents? 84 minutes in. It's fallen to Mandanda. Here it is on the replay. Lob through ball straight through on the volley. And that's a fantastic save by Mandanda, who's got David Luiz to deal with. And Luiz does manage to get away with it. But that will do us, ladies and gents, for this first Europa League round of 16 tie. So we've done well on the road in France. We've bagged ourselves 2 goals. Unfortunately, we did let ourselves in a goal anyway. So it's going to come down to that secondary fixer for us to hold our lead at the end of 90 minutes. It does finish Olympique Marseille 1, Hibernian 2. Okay, guys, so here are the match facts against Marseille after our 90 minutes. So for them, it was 1 goal, 10 shots, 5 on target with a shooting accuracy of 50%. To Hibernians, 2 goals, 12 shots, 7 on target with a shooting accuracy of 58%. Passing accuracy, it did go up slightly for us with 78%. And Marseille's 86%. And we did hold on to the possession with 54% to us and 46% to Marseille. Okay, guys, so that about wraps up today's episode. So in our next episode, I might start to change up the formula a little bit more. for the rest of this series. Considering we've got FIFA 20 coming in the next few weeks, we need to hurry up and get this series finished, which means getting ourselves to the Champions League final. So what's going to happen is I'm probably going to start simulating by season, so doing one full season per episode, maybe even a bit more to get things going. I will let you guys know that the reveal trailer has basically been done for our FIFA 20 Road to Glory. So normally I do my very little, a brief history of, but we've gone for something a little bit different to reveal our FIFA 20 Road to Glory team for FIFA 20. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It's taken me a couple of weeks to get together as it's required me to get other people involved. I'll keep you guys updated on when I'm going to do the Champions League final live stream. It will probably be on a Saturday or a Sunday, so keep it relatively close to our normal way that we do things on the channel. But guys, keep your ears posted to the ground. Make sure you're following me on Twitter, because that'll probably be where it's posted. So, with that said, guys, I'd just like to finish up by saying thank you very much for watching, guys. Be sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it and leave your comments and feedback down below. Don't forget to smack that subscribe button if you haven't already, and tick the little notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. For all those that aren't aware, please jump on and join in all the fun and in all the banter on the official Corner Flag Games Discord server. Links will be on screen and in the description below. And for all those that aren't aware, we are doing 2 live stream series now as well. And those live streams are both on Twitch and on YouTube, so make sure you are subbed on the YouTube and tick the notification bell to get the notifications for when we go live there. Make sure you are following on my Twitch as well. The links for that will be on screen and in the description below. And I'll be back with the next episode of the Hibernian Road to Glory Career Mode soon.
Oh yeah, everybody now.